The doors to the Viridian tea house are open once more. Hello everyone, I've got a great video in line today. Cool books, great tea, and a little bit of extra too. So if you're ready, if you're sitting down, you got your cup of your favorite tea, let's do this. But before I begin, I do have some news. So this Sunday, I will be a vendor at, once again, the Magic Makers Market in Denver. This time it's going to be at Ant Life Space on Market Street. I think that's right. But it's this Sunday from 11 to 4. So if you've heard about it, but you haven't been able to come and now you're able to come, the event is this Sunday from 11 to 4 at Ant Life Space. So once again, can't wait to see you guys there, and let's get our witchy on. All right, so let's talk about the books first. And I did not realize this, but today is going to be Edith Head Day. So for those of you who don't know who Edith Head was, she was a major, big-time costume designer for a lot of Hollywood movies. She won a plethora of awards and was just a phenomenal creative woman. And these two books deal with her life, one fictitiously, one non-fiction, but both incredible books. And I will say both of them do receive 5 pots of tea from Viridian Tea House. So let's just get that out of the way. They both get all the pots of tea. So the first one is a little bit sinister, but absolutely incredible. And this is Design for Dying by Renee Patrick. And this is a Lillian Frost and Edith Head novel. So if you're into murder mysteries, specifically historical murder mysteries, I could not put this book down. I was wondering if this was going to be good or not, and I'm glad that it was beyond that. Like, I'm ready to read the other books in this series. I think there's 5 of them right now. So let me read the dust jacket for you. Classic Hollywood, vintage murder. Los Angeles, 1937. Lillian Frost has traded dreams of stardom for security as a department store salesgirl. But even that stable job is endangered when she becomes a suspect in the murder of her former roommate, Ruby Carroll. Party girl Ruby died wearing a gown she stole from the wardrobe department at Paramount Pictures, domain of Edith Head. Edith has yet to win the first of her 8 Academy Awards, so she did win 8. Right now, she's barely hanging on to her job, and a scandal is the last thing she needs. To clear Lillian's name and save Edith's career, the two women join forces. Unraveling the mystery pits them against a Hungarian princess on the lam, a hotshot director on the make, and a private investigator who's not on the level. All they have going for them are dogged determination, assists from the likes of Bob Hope and Barbara Stanwyck. So cool to read those 2 scenes involving those 2 actors. And a killer sense of style. And in show business, that just might be enough. And about the author, so Renee Patrick is the pseudonym of married authors Rosemarie and Vince Keenan. Rosemarie is a research administrator and a poet. Vince is a screenwriter and a journalist. Both native New Yorkers, they currently live in Seattle, Washington. But yeah, this was a great historical novel with some funny moments. Like I said, with Bob Hope and Barbara Stanwyck, the car scene was great. And a murder mystery on top of that, plus dealing with Edith Head before she began to claim her Academy Awards for costume and design. You have an amazing murder mystery book. And like I said, it does receive 5 pots of tea. But I really thought at first that, oh, are they just going to put Edith Head in the book just to put her in there and sort of kind of make her solve the mystery? No, I love it when I read a book and I'm no longer sitting on the couch or reading in bed, but I'm actually there. You've heard me say that before. Design for Dying makes me feel like I went to 1937 Hollywood. And in fact, at one point when I was reading the book, I put on some 1930s jazz and it just enhanced the mood. So it's an excellent beginning to a murder mystery series, and I cannot recommend it enough. And especially if you're into fashion, specifically dealing with Hollywood and costumes or even classic movies. Anything involving Edith Head, really, check it out. But yes, Design for Dying by Renee Patrick. What a winner. Cannot read the rest of the series. And if Renee, Patrick are watching, thank you so much. I really enjoyed reading this first book, and I can't wait to read the next books in the series. So thank you. Which leads me to the nonfiction book about Edith Head, and this is Dressing Up the Stars, and this is by Jeanne Walker Harvey, illustrated by Diana Toledano. And this is the story of movie costume designer Edith Head. So this just talks about Edith growing up and how she got into Hollywood and how she never looked back. So the dust jacket reads, as a shy girl in the lonely desert near Searchlight, Nevada, Edith Head befriended wild animals and dressed them up in costumes. As a wide-eyed teenager in the big city of Los Angeles, California, she fell in love with the world of movies. And as a determined woman in the film industry, she became one of the most celebrated costume designers of all time and defined the style of an era. Come along on her journey in this inspiring true story of a talented young artist's rise to Hollywood stardom. So if you've got a little one, or just for yourself, and you're looking for a really good book that deals with a really cool person in history, Dressing Up the Stars is a great book to read to the little ones or to yourself and to have. I mean, I'm really considering just buying this for myself because recently I've decided to collect children's books. Children's books that just speak to me, you know, from my own childhood, or just books that I've discovered while at the library or volunteering for Denver Public Library Friends Foundation. And this book, it gave me an insight into Edith Head's world, and I think it complemented Design for Dying very much so. But yes, Dressing Up the Stars, Design for Dying, both received 5 pots of tea. But yes, Dressing Up the Stars. Check out the cover. Go find it at your library or your indie bookstore and buy it today. It is worth it. Oh, and about the author, before I forget, let's see. Jeanne Walker Harvey is the author of picture books including Maya Lin, Artist Architect of Light and Lines, and Ablaze with Color, a story of painter Alma Thomas, and she lives in Sonoma, California. And Diana Toledano is the illustrator of picture books including One Snowy Day by Diana Murray and the Polly Diamond series by Alice Kuipers. She grew up in Spain and now lives in Sacramento, California with her husband and their young daughter. But yes, I could not stress enough. I was trying to find the right words, but I can't stress it enough that these 2 books were just absolutely phenomenal, about a phenomenal woman. So to the spirit of Edith Head, I want to learn more about you. And actually, I didn't want to talk about this, but I'll go ahead and talk about it. So in my tea blends, it's amazing what inspires me. So, you know, my tea blends are inspired by books, art, music, and science. And for some reason, I keep getting this nudge from the universe to make an Edith Head inspired tea blend. And I actually scribbled out some notes. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, but if I do, I'll talk about it here and also on social media. But I will say too that my knitting tea blend, bamboo needles and soft yarn, will be available probably early next week. So I'll talk about it in another coming up Viridian Tea House video. All right, so books aside, let's get to the tea portion. So I love tea, that's an understatement, but there's some companies where it is a decadent delight to purchase tea from them. And today's tea is Meadow, number 67 by Stephen Smith Teamaker. And as you can see in the box, this is not your ordinary tea. I love every tea that I have purchased from Stephen Smith Teamaker. And Meadow is caffeine free. It's chamomile, rooibos, hyssop. I never know if it's hyssop or hyssop, and rose petals. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, here we go. So the full ingredient list is hand-picked chamomile, South African rooibos, hyssop, linden flowers, lemon myrtle, rose petals, safflower, cyane flowers, and natural flavors. And he says, well, the company says, a caffeine-free blend of golden hand-picked chamomile flowers and mildly stimulating hyssop joined with smooth Cape rooibos, rose petals, and linden flowers. You may need a sun hat. Every bag of tea is in its own little package, and when you pull it out, it is a satin little bag, and you see the ingredients. It's not just meshed together and you're dealing with dust or whatnot, but you can actually see it. And I've made some in my lovely Snoopy spring mug. And I don't know if you can see. Ooh, it's dripping all over. But yeah, you can actually see the tea. And I know what I'm about to enjoy. And like I said, every time I get a box of Stephen Smith Teamaker tea, it's exquisite. It really, really is exquisite. So from me to you, a delicious cup of Meadow number 67 by Smith Teamaker in a Snoopy mug. It always reminds me of walking through a field, and it's a beautiful day. It's like spring, 70-ish degrees. You got nowhere to go, nowhere to be. You're just walking and you're just enjoying the different wildflowers, and the bees are buzzing all over the place, and you feel calm and relaxed and no stress just for this one moment while drinking this herbal tisane. Or it reminds me of whenever I sit outside our house into the covered patio, and I've got my knitting or a book, and I'm just listening to the birds, and I'm just feeling the warmth from the earth. That's what I get out of number 67. If you are looking for a really good herbal tisane, I highly recommend getting this one. And I will have their website on the video, so you can order this and many other teas that they offer. So once again, a little bit of Meadow from me to you. Oh. The only concern I have is I'm currently editing a new novel, and I hope I don't fall asleep at my desk, but I don't think I will. I think this will just calm me down, and my editing will just go a lot smoother in a way. But many thanks, many thanks. And now, before we meditate and I send you off back into the world, the knitting portion. So this past weekend, my boyfriend took me to the Lamb Shoppe, which is a local yarn store here in Denver. And I was really excited because I'd never been to a local yarn shop before. I've been to Michael's and Joann's, but not a store that's just completely devoted to yarn. So it was also their 18th birthday, and I had the pleasure of going inside the Yarn Adventure truck. So I think it's a husband and wife, I'm not sure, but they are from Arkansas. I got to talk with the guy, he was really cool. And they travel all throughout the country to go to different yarn festivals and yarn stores and just other yarn fiber art related events. They sell all kinds of yarn and stickers and tote bags, which is the tote bag that I got, Adventure of the Day. And let's see if I can get one of my stickers here. Let's see. I have so much. Here we go. So this is one of the stickers that I got from the Yarn Adventure. I'm probably at the yarn store, and this is their card. Your Yarn Adventure comes to you. Embark on your fiber journey with a yarn party or a crafty workshop at your local craft store. And they do accept party dates, but yeah. yarn adventure, and I'll have all their information on the video as well. But the yarn that my boyfriend purchased for me, this one is called, I don't want to mess with it. So this one is called Archangel, and this is by Malabrigo. Yeah, Malabrigo, and that's Archangel. Isn't that gorgeous? They had another one called Lotus, but I asked my boyfriend which one should I get, and he's like, get Archangel. But really, really nice. But the folks at the Lamb Shoppe, that's one of their stickers, extremely friendly, very welcoming, and it was so cool to see women of all different races and age groups and backgrounds and just whatever, but we were all there for the yarn. And I remember when we were waiting outside for them to open the door, this one lady just started talking to me saying, you know, my husband thinks I'm crazy that I drove all the way from Broomfield to get here, and he didn't think anybody else was going to be here. And I'm like, I said, my boyfriend and I came from Inglewood to come to the store. But if you find yourself in Denver and you're into yarn as much as I am, or even more, check out the Lamb Shoppe. And once again, this is their logo. All the information will be posted on this video, but it was an excellent experience, and I can't wait to go back to buy some more yarn. And they also offer classes, and I did notice that they had a beginner's knit class. So far on my own, I know how to make scarves, but with their beginner class, you can also learn how to make, I think, a hat and gloves. I'm not sure. So maybe sometime in the summer, I'll be able to take the class, and then I can talk about it on a future Viridian Tea House video. But once again, this is Archangel, and the name of the company is, it's not Malabrigo, it's Rios. And I'll put their information on the video as well. They did have a lot of different kinds of yarns. So yeah, oh yeah, I cannot wait to work with this. I cannot wait. So that's all I have. So let's get ready and do a breathing meditation with your tea or water. You know the drill. Find yourself in a comfortable position in a quiet room, and make sure you have a cup of tea or water. We're just going to breathe for a few minutes to take a pause from the chaos of the day to kind of reset ourselves. I mean, we all kind of need it, you know? So if you're ready, let's do this. And now let's end this breathing meditation with a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Slowly open your eyes, or allow your eyes to come back into focus. And now let's have a cup of tea or a glass of water. So good. So that's all I have for today. Many thanks to the authors for their wonderful books regarding Edith Head, to the folks at Lamb Shoppe and Yarn Adventure for making this beginner yarnist feel welcome, and to Stephen Smith, Teamaker, for his deliciously decadent tea, Meadow. And to all y'all for watching these videos. I really, really do appreciate it. If you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up, add some comments. If you are an author, or you have a tea company, or you dye your own yarn, let me know. Let's connect. I would love to talk about your products here at Viridian Tea House. So until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Raise your Snoopy mug high. And remember that to drink tea is to enjoy life. I will see you guys really soon. Bye for now.